So going into this game, we're down 7, and we've been a RPO team lately. So we started off getting this ball out to Mike Williams at the RPO. Then we come back, run a drive concept, hit a dig to Conklin. And I remember last game I was just saying, even though we put up 37 points, I just it didn't feel smooth. It didn't feel like we were in command. We didn't feel like we were in control. So this week, I told Coach how I was feeling, talking about the play call, talking about how the offensive line, we need to work better around it. I saw what Brees was trying to do on that screen. He just didn't see the person behind him, but he was on some Le'Veon Bell shit. And I tried to just feed Brees, get him in. He got injured real quick right here. So we threw a nice dot to Garrett Wilson on this zig route or whip route. And like I said, after all the complaints I was talking about, I was letting him know how it just didn't feel smooth. So we started putting in work this week. We started putting in work. I put my mind with the new coordinator's mind, and we just merged our mindsets to get a better feeling offense, so we think. So in the first quarter here, we failed on our 2-point conversion. That's always been a thought I had since Coach told us to start going for those more. But I'm not going to have that thought anymore because I feel like I manifested the failure because we weren't failing. And I wasn't thinking like that. So here getting out the pocket, saw nothing open. And, like I said, we're playing for pride. We're playing for we're playing for ourselves, but at the same time, I'm looking at everybody's record. In my eyes, everybody's trash. And we're getting hot. We won 3 games recently. We're trying to make it 4. So honestly, we're playing for not just ourselves, but if we do good and other people mess up, but we play our cards right, there's a chance. So man, I'm coming out here. I'm not telling the team. I'm just telling them we playing for pride. But in my head, I'm knowing like, bro, if we lock in, we could probably make something happen. And that's what the offensive line did not do right here. And I'm not gonna lie, this is when it started feeling like, oh no, not again. Like last week, we started feeling it started not flowing how I wanted it to flow. So I told Coach, and I was letting him know, but at the same time, I was also some of the problem. But like I said, I told Coach as I missed twice here, and I was just upset. I'm like, bro, I just told Coach something. Now I'm looking like the problem. So I had to make a little do something happen. Got us the conversion. And, in my head, I don't want to go into this half without the lead, or at least want a field goal at least. So we driving out here. I try to hit Garrett Wilson on the dig, but there's a lot of contact there. So coming next play, nice little check down. Didn't see anything downfield that I like. And then once again, I told y'all, I love throwing the seam shots. And it's like, before half, you going to give me that? I'm going to take that. Here, stepping up, hitting the comeback, and he got out of bounds. So that's gives us the opportunity to save our timeout. And then didn't even need the timeout. Ran a nice dagger concept. Now, Garrett made a great throw. Garrett made a great catch. I made a great throw. But the person who got this play to work was Conklin. He held Shire in the middle long enough by running got clear out on the dagger concept, and we were able to fit it in there. And then, going for 2, trying to get it back to where it was, and we got the 2-point conversion. Here, like I said, the offense, it didn't feel like that, but in the second half, it started feeling better than how, it started flowing how I wanted it to flow. Even I was letting the offense coordinator know, like, yeah, we starting to flow. Even when I was missing, I knew it was the right read still. It just missed. So I wasn't even mad at the performance today. I felt like I'm cool if it feels like I'm the weak link sometimes. I'm cool with that because I know my level of expectations are very high. So if I'm the weak link, that's okay. And they ruled this incomplete at first, but we had to challenge that quick. Mike was like, they got me fucked up. So yeah, we challenged that for him. Here, trying to take a deep shot. Saw the safety crashing down, but more importantly, just great play by the corner. Coming back to it. Told you about them seam shots. I'm going to take them. And I was so glad to see Rutger get the catch because he's my favorite tight end on the depth chart. And what most people don't know, when I was playing linebacker for a game, he moved to linebacker too. He used to play linebacker. He said something like that in high school. And we needed him to move to linebacker because our linebackers were injured one game and he was a good backup. So he's also my favorite tight end on the depth chart, also the fastest on the depth chart. So it was really good to get him involved, and we see what he can do for us in the future if he, earns a starting role in the future. So great touchdown there. Here, getting the ball to Brees, but not a lot. Try to run the screen, and then the whole offensive line just decided, like, those blocks were bad. But got a quick pass here to the starting tight end in Conklin. He used that to convert the sticks. As y'all see, he's past the sticks. And we started getting Brees involved. He wasn't getting much against this tough Texans front seven, but he was getting enough to advance us forward with positive gains. So our third downs weren't harder. He was able to still move the chains. And me, I'm perfectly fine with a 2 yard, 3 yard run because that's still moving forward. We didn't go backwards. I'm cool with that. And like I said, we started peeping like these seams, bro. That's what the weakness in the first half. In the first quarter, I was and then in that second half, I was starting to peep. I was like, okay, we need to lock in. But my mindset real quick was, man, we're keeping up with the Texans right now. Love this play here because we have a running back in that fullback position. So he's lined up on a linebacker. We get him the ball quick, and you see what he could do. He's a very fast running back as well. So loving that play, but our tackle got injured. And then here, nice little mesh concept. I looked at everything else. I determined Conklin would be the person who has the highest chance to get in the end zone, even though he didn't. And here we go, handing off to Brees Hall, getting that touchdown. And this is what I was talking about when I said the offense was flowing. We started moving. We started involving everybody. We started using people to their advantage. And y'all see, I had to show y'all the whole play of this so y'all can see how I really cooked. Made the audible, and this is why, Coach was cool starting me at this job. Making audibles, changing the plays, moving people to where they need to be, and throwing touchdown strikes. Confusing the defense, making them try to react to what I have going on, and they still messed up. And like I said, I remember offensive coordinator after I came on this play, he said, so how we feeling about the offense? I just had to let him know, we flowing, dude. This is what I'm talking about. We flowing. I'm very happy with how this turned out. So getting back to it, making just look at the throw, man. Just look at the throw. Throwing that thing right down the middle. And shout out to Mike Williams and us knowing how to use Mike Williams because there's times he'll be out wide and there's times he'll be in the slot. Dropping back here. At first it was a run, but I audible, saw the coverage. And I threw that thing to Garrett, man. And finishing off with Brees. I was really hoping Garrett was going to get in the end zone. But, Brees got in there. And we was working on the celebration. So, as y'all see, we put in work. And then we started getting to the celebration. I was very happy. And that just shows you how happy we were. And the offense was flowing. No turnover. And that's how I like it. I told y'all I hate interceptions. That's why y'all saw that monster come up out of me last week. But this week, y'all didn't even have to see the monster. You got to saw the team monster. Because we flowed. Everybody ate. We were diverse. We didn't feel boxed. We were efficient. No turnovers. Offensive line, we had a better game plan to not make them look. Because they still had their moments. And we had to put in some backups due to injuries to our starters. But we just flowed. We game planned around the offensive line so they're not under as much pressure so much. And we did our thing. Looking at the stats, you see what we did. I'm going to see y'all in the next one.